Welcome one and all, this is Vrishali and you are watching a Power Electronics and Applications series. In the fourth unit, we are in the third session of this series, and in this we are going to learn three-phase inverters, the voltage control of a three-phase inverters and its a 180-degree mode operation with the resistive load. So these three-phase inverters are used for the high power applications such as AC motor drives, induction heating, uninterruptible power supplies, that is a UPS systems. It changes DC input voltage to a three-phase variable frequency as well as variable output voltage. The input DC voltage can be in the form of DC source or a rectified AC voltage. So these three-phase bridge inverter can be constructed by combining three single-phase half-bridge inverters. We will see the block diagram of this three-phase inverter, which consists of 6 power switches associated with the 6 freewheeling diodes. So let's have a look. Here you can see S1 to S6, these are 6 switches. Along with that, D1 to D6, 6 freewheeling diodes are there. The power supply EDC is connected over here, and at the load side, three-phase load is connected. So this three-phase load can be in the form of star connected load or delta connected load. So the switches are opened and closed periodically in the proper sequence to produce a desired output waveform. The rate of switching determines the output frequency of this inverter. There are two possible schemes of getting these devices. So each device switch conducts for 180 degree, and the second scheme is it conducts for 120 degree. For both cases, the gating signal applied and removed at the 60 degree intervals of the output voltage waveform. So in this session or in this video, we are going to learn that each device conducts for a 180 degree, that is this first mode of operation. So each switch conducts for 180 degree or a half cycle electrical when the switches are triggered in the sequence of their numbers with the interval of 60 degree. At the time, 3 switches, one from each leg, conduct, and 2 switches from the same leg are prevented from conducting simultaneously. One complete cycle is divided into 6 modes, each of 60 degree interval. The switch pair in each leg is turned on with the time interval of 180 degree. The switches in upper group, that is S135, conduct at an interval 120 degree. What does that mean? When the S1 is fired at 0 degree, the S3 must be triggered after 120 degree, and after 240 degree the S5 should be triggered. So this will happen same with the lower group of switches. The S2 will be triggered at 0 degree, then S4 will be at 120 and S6 will be at 240 degree. So this is the operational table of the 180 degree mode of three-phase inverter with the resistive load. So at a time, 3 devices will be in the conduction mode. So here you can see for the first mode or the first interval, when the devices 5, 6, 1 are conducting, in this case the 1 will be the incoming device and the previous one, that is the 4, will be the outgoing device. In the second case, when the 6, 1 and the next will be 2. So 6, 1, 2 will be the conducting devices, where the 2 is the incoming device and 5 will be the outgoing device. So similarly, for the 6 intervals, this operational table is shown over here. And these are the waveforms for 180 degree conduction. So these are the line voltages EAN, EBN and ECN, whereas these are the phase voltages EAB, EBC and ECA. These are the IG1 to IG6 gating signals represented over here. So each switches conducts for the period of 180 degree. The switches triggered in the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The phase shift between triggering the two adjacent switches is 60 degree, as we have seen. So from this table, it is observed that every step of 60 degree duration, only 3 switches are conducting, as we have seen. So the 2 from upper group and 1 from the lower group, or 2 from the lower group and 1 from the upper group. So the output voltage waveform EAB, BC and CA are the quasi-square wave with the peak value of EDC. These three line voltages are mutually phase shifted by 120 degree, whereas in case of phase voltages EAN, BN and CN having a step height EDC by 3 and 2 EDC by 3. The line voltages EAB is leading the phase voltage EAN by 30 degree. So for the star connected load, the line to neutral voltages must be determined to find the line or phase current. So to determine these phase currents, there are three modes of operation in each half cycle. The first mode is omega t ranges from 0 to pi by 3. The second mode is pi by 3 to 2 pi by 3 and the third interval is 2 pi by 3 to pi. So we will see the line to neutral voltages as well as the equations for line or phase currents one by one. So for the first interval 0 to pi by 3, by looking at this circuit, what will be the R equivalent for RA, RC and RB? RA and RC are connected in parallel, whereas to this parallel connection RB is connected in series. So its R equivalent will be RB plus RA parallel RC, right? Now considering the value of RA, RB and RC is equal, the R equivalent is given by 3R by 2. So if this is the R equivalent and the DC source is EDC, what will be the value of I1? EDC upon R equivalent. So I1 is given as EDC by R equivalent, which is equal to 2 EDC by 3R. Substituting the value of R equivalent 3R by 2, we will get the expression for current I1. Now the phase to neutral voltage EAN and ECN will be equal as these both are parallel lines. So EAN and ECN will be given as I1 into R. So substituting the value of I1 here, we will get EDC by 3. And what will be EBN minus I1R, as the direction of I1 is in this, so the minus sign will be there. Substituting the value of I1, we will get minus 2 EDC by 3, the value of EBN. Now in the second mode of operation, that is a pi by 3 to 2 pi by 3, again the R equivalent will be similar as the diagram is same, that is 3R by 2, only the difference is now we are going to consider this I2. So the current I2 is given as EDC by R equivalent, which is a 2 EDC by 3R. So in this case now, the phase to neutral voltages BN and CN are parallel, so these two will be equal, whereas AN will be I2R. So EAN is given as I2 into R, 2 EDC by 3, and BN and CN will be equal, which is a minus I2R by 2, which is equal to minus EDC by 3. Here substituting the value of I2 in this expression. Now in case of third mode, that is a 2 pi by 3 to pi, we will consider this I3. So R equivalent will be similar. The I3 is given by EDC by R equivalent, which is 2 EDC by 3R, and AN and BN will be given by EDC by 3, whereas CN will be given by minus I3R. Substituting the value of I3, we will get minus 2 EDC by 3. So this is all about the three modes of operation in the three-phase inverter for resistive load. So what we have understood from these line and phase voltages, the line voltage EAB, which is equal to EAN minus EBN. So this EAB line voltage is obtained by reversing the EBN voltage and adding the EAN voltage. Similarly, the line voltages EBC and ECA are found. The phase voltage have a 6 steps per cycle. The line voltages have one positive pulse and one negative pulse, each of duration 120 degree per cycle. The phase as well as line voltages are out of phase by 120 degree, and the instantaneous line to line voltage, that is a EAB, can be expressed in the Fourier series, recognizing that EAB is shifted by pi by 6 and even harmonics are 0, which is given by this expression, summation of 4 EDC by n pi cos n pi by 6 sine n omega t plus pi by 6. So similarly, ECA and EBC can be found by phase shifting EAB by 120 degree and 240 degree respectively. So EBC is given by this expression, whereas ECA is given by this expression by adding the phase shift, where the n is equal to 3, 9, 15, etc. So substituting the value of n in this cos n pi by 6, which is in every expression, we will get the value 0. So for the values of n is equal to 3, 9, 15, the triple harmonics of these expressions would be 0 in the line to line voltages. Thus the line to line RMS voltage can be found from this expression, whereas the RMS nth component of the line voltage is given by ELN is equal to 4 EDC by root 2 n pi cos n pi by 6. For n is equal to 1, in the previous expression, we will get the fundamental line voltage, that is EL1 is equal to, substituting the value of n is equal to 1, 4 EDC cos 30 upon root 2 pi. So evaluating this 4 cos 30 upon root 2 pi, we will get 0.7797 into EDC. This is the value of fundamental line voltage, and the RMS value of line to neutral voltage can be found from the line voltage as EL by root 3, which is equal to root 2 EDC by 3. Again solving this, we will get 0.4714 EDC. So this is all about the 180 degree mode of a 3-phase inverter for the resistive load. In our next video, we are going to see the 120 degree mode. So till then, stay home, stay safe, and happy e-learning.